Who's that for?
For you, Coach. Sorry.
What was the question again?
What was your experience like in
It was a great experience. The people ran everything in a first-class way. Food was great. We understand the weather was pretty good. They've had, or at least it's pretty good for us. I don't know what we're going back to in Madison tomorrow. But everything was done well. Everything was run well. And we were proud to represent our school and our state.
Well, how critical for the first couple minutes of the second half? Obviously, you go in with a lead after the late basket. Just how critical was that spurt, just to set a tone for the second half?
Yeah, we needed that. Frank had been sitting for quite a while, and I just very rarely, I think once in all my years of coaching, did I put a guy in with two in the first half, and it was because it was a player that just really didn't foul a lot, and I didn't have him guarding a real good shooter on the other team. So, but when you're a big and you pick up two, a lot of times on the dribble attacks, you're putting a big in a bad position. So we needed to save him for the second half.
Frank, sort of picking off your pissed off comment on the court over there. You didn't play as well yesterday. Then you pick up the two fouls. During that long time that you're sitting, what were you thinking about as to sort of the last 24 hours, how that had gone for you?
I was a little frustrated, to be honest, but I realized that it was a close game and I needed to be the best player that I could be for our team to win the game, and I just tried to come out in the second half and bring some energy. I had a lot of rest time, so I had some fresh legs and just tried to make some plays happen.
Well, how important was it that you took a lead at halftime despite not having Frank?
Yeah, we had good team contributions all the way along. Especially we took pretty good care of the ball. We had between B and Trey, 13 assists, 3 turnovers. That's pretty good numbers, especially against a team that's pretty quick at guard and are disruptive. Lon's guys, quick feet, quick hands. They can disrupt your offense, and I thought those guys did a real good job of controlling the first half when things were a little bit out of whack.
Frank, you made the three that put it up, put you guys at 12. It was 62-50 or 61-40, something like that. Your kind of reaction going back down the floor, was that relief? Was that confidence? Was that just a big exhale? What was that moment?
I don't really remember.
I think it was more like a tongue waggle thing going, body.
See, that's out of my control. Those things kind of just come over me. I kind of black out for a couple seconds, and then that happens. So I'm not responsible for anything that I do after a play like that.
Would you say you were excited?
Yeah, I was excited.
The last 2 days, the way you've played, how does that epitomize sort of your role on this team?
I think Coach basically preaches to us, the guys coming off the bench, anytime you come in, try and add to the game. And I think, anytime I come in, I try to add, whether that's shooting, whether it's rebounding, whether it's defense, just trying to affect the way in a positive manner. And I try to do that to the best of my abilities these last 2 games, or 3 games, sorry.
How about you, Mike?
Well, I'll just try to go out there and do what I can to help the team. I get to be on teams with you guys, rated best player in the country, the world, another All-American, hopeful, and Sam, senior leadership from Josh and Trayvon. So I'm really just the fifth wheel in the shadow in the background. So I just try to do. No. I just try to come out and do what I can. Don't want to step on any toes. We're coached by a great man, and Pop's over here. So, it's just an honor, and I think I'm lucky to be on
Make a
teams
note,
with these
getting
guys.
more minutes.
Oh, you got numerous guys who get double figures in this team, so you got multiple scorers. Do you remember last time you had this many guys who are capable of scoring in double figures? I mean, you can go 7 or 8 guys who do that.
How far back do you want me to go? Back to 1997, I can.
Well, that platform team is pretty good.
Well, there were like 11 guys between 5 points and 12 points. 11 guys. And the leading scorer was 12-point-something points per game. So any one of these guys, if they're put in that position, if they get the open shots, if they get the opportunities, there's not a guy that we have out there that can't get double figures. I know that's a measuring stick. And, you know, the other part is, you know, if they're playing the rest of the game, taking care of the ball, getting on the glass, playing good defense, you know, they don't have to have double-figure scoring to help our team. But when they do, and they do the other things, then we can be a force to reckon with.
Well, how tough is it, though, to put together a team, just tonight's box, and I know it's just one snippet, but 5 guys with seven shots, nobody with more than 12. Is it tough to get that right next to guys that check their egos long before they get anywhere near the door of your place, it seems like?
Well, I've been pretty fortunate over my career having players who understand the points per possession, because we do it every day at practice. They understand that there's not a trip up and down the floor where we're not trying to do the right thing. And I think our guys stay in the moment at practice, which then kind of goes over into the games, and they take each possession one at a time, and they don't get as frustrated as the coach does when something doesn't go right. They find themselves in a hurry. And in basketball, as a player, you have to, because I've said this a million times in interviews about a baseball player that takes a called third strike. He has to walk back to the dugout. He's got to put his bat away. He's got to put his helmet away. He walks up and down the dugout. And in basketball, you turn the ball over, you got to get back and play defense. So in our sport, it's, you know, if you're a quarterback and you throw an interception, that's a long walk over there to the sideline, and plus you don't get to stay on offense. So
Frank, what was the, back to earth there, what was the red flag that emerged in the game yesterday when you guys got down, that maybe other teams may look at that Georgetown game as a way to potentially beat you guys?
I wouldn't say there was one big red flag moment. I think we have great leadership on this team, and everyone realized that we weren't playing to the best of our abilities and that we needed to come out with a win because we wanted to win this tournament and win that game. So we just decided and told each other that we were going to pick it up, and fortunately we were able to and take some of that momentum, you know, at the end of that game into this game today.
What do you think the key was defensively?
Well, as you know, especially for somebody that's in his home country, you know, he hits the first three. The first time he touches the ball, he nails a three. And we're thinking, well, the scouting report, we said he'll probably take 25 shots. How many did he take?
11.
Only 11. So I thought our on-the-ball defense and not giving him looks was really key for us, because he can score in bunches. And they have some other obviously good offensive players. And I think Thomas was a great I know Coach was really happy when he was ruled eligible to play. That's a pretty good pickup. So they're a solid team. And Spangler's just done everything his whole career: rebound, defense. He's one of the more solid players out there.
Frank, at what point did you go from enjoying this one to thinking about Duke?
Play Duke next?
Same question for you.
Same answer.
Coach, how do you think, though, seeing this level of competition prepares you going forward with the rest of your non-conference schedule?
Well, I think our non-conference schedules over the years have been pretty tough. You know, our RPI after the non-conference season has been pretty good. So I think, and we've got a lot more challenges out there on the non-conference schedule. Got three trips on the road, true away games, that type of thing. So these are considered neutral, but you know, we've got a heck of a schedule, and this was a good tournament to prepare us for whoever we're playing next. And the competition is always good here. It's always good.
Well, do you like what you've been able to do with the flexibility of your lineup so far? I mean, you can use the big lineup, you can have Trey and Bronson, 2 point guards on the court at the same time. Do you like what it allows you to do?
Yeah, you know, and we get into those possessions in practice too. When we're subbing, and you watch enough practices, you know, we have a lot of different lineups out there during practice also. So they get used to playing off of one another, playing with one another. So it's not foreign to them.
I know you guys would love to come back next year to defend your crown. And like the saying goes, better in the Bahamas. How would you wrap up the experience? Each one of you, please. Starting on the left.
I'd come back. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'd like to come back. I'm not a big fan of the heat and all this moisture and humidity, but it beats snow and rain and ice back in Madison, so I'll take it.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same thing.
That was here.
Coach, what about you?
Oh, I'm in. I'll stay for another week or two. That's fine. I'm all for it.
Let me go down the water slides a couple more times, please.
I didn't get to go.
I agree with that. It was just overall great experience. Unfortunately for us too, we'll be done after this year, so it'll be Nigel, if anybody, who will come back.
Yeah, and I lost some money in the room. So hopefully I can go through the drawers and find that money again.
No, he's not saying, no, they might get the wrong impression. Somebody.
Oh,
He had no idea what that room was with the bells ringing and the things going around and all that stuff.
yep, under my bed. I couldn't find it. Still can't find it. Tragedy.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Thank you, guys.